Good morning, this is Dr. Rob with this week's motivational message. Yes, last few weeks, last month or so, the sermon series has been on something called Follow Through. And you can look at some of the statements that the Apostle Paul made, some of the letters that he wrote to the churches, and also the letter that he wrote to Timothy. And this past Sunday transitioned into finishing strong. It's one thing to finish, and definitely the Lord calls us to finish the things that He calls us to, but it's even more important for us to finish strong. So that's what that's the sort of the message as we move forward over the next few weeks. There's a gentleman, 99 years old, that set the world record for the 50-meter freestyle. He happens to be Australian. So he swam that in like 50-something seconds. And one of the points about Mr. George Coronis is the man's name. One of the points about him swimming, watching that race, is that man, about halfway through, he just gets stronger. And so he finishes with something like on an uptick. And I think that's what the Lord calls us to. There's something that the Apostle Paul says in a letter to the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 9, 24. Man, I'm sweating. You can see I was trying to finish strong, but my team didn't win. 1 Corinthians 9, 24 says, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain it." Every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. But it's that first verse. Do not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize. So run that you may obtain it. If we're going to run in such a way that we're going to win, or we're going to run like we want to win, a couple things that come to mind. One, the word run in that passage comes from a Greek word called treho. Treho. And from that word we get our English word track. But that word really is not necessarily a physical word. It's really a word about the mindset. And so the first point is, when you look at that word run, it's about having a mindset of excellence. Right? You gotta have an attitude of like radical excellence if you're really gonna run this life's race in such a way that you wanna win, right? You wanna finish strong. And the second point to make today is every athlete exercises self-control in all things. They do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. It's that word, that phrase, self-control, comes from the Greek word agonizomai. Agonizomai. And I think you know the English word we get from that Greek word is agony. And so the second point is we gotta have an attitude or mindset of radical sacrifice, right? If we're gonna run in this life's race, if we're gonna do the different things that we have to come in front of us in life, the different projects that we have at work, the different relationships that we're in, those things that God calls us to. If we're gonna pursue those things in such a way that we really want to win and do well, we gotta have an attitude of radical excellence and an attitude of radical sacrifice, right? If we're talking about finishing strong. A couple of points I want to make. NCAA tournament time, March Madness. I'm a UT Vols fan, right? Not more than a Tennessee Tech fan. I'm a UT Vols fan. So they were playing in their second round NCAA tournament game, and got off to a great start. They were winning 15-4. It looked like they had things under control within the first 5 minutes of the game. UT ends up losing that game. They started well, but they didn't finish well, right? And I was blessed to be able to go on Sunday to the second round tournament games that were held in Nashville. The first game of the two that evening featured Nevada, which was the underdog, just like the team that beat UT. Nevada was the underdog, and they were playing Cincinnati, which is a team that many people had picked to go a long way in the tournament. Well, Cincinnati got off to a hot start, 10-0, even deep into the second half. With like 11 minutes to go, they were up by 20 points. And I looked around and I said to my friend, buddy Jonathan, I said, man, there's no way that Nevada's coming back, right? Needless to say, Nevada tied the game at 73. The first time the game had been tied since 0-0. And they won the game 75-73. They never led. They didn't start well, but they finished well. Cincinnati started well, but didn't finish well. It's all about how you finish, right? So I want you to keep that in mind this week. If you didn't start well, project and life, period, hope's not lost. Because there's still an opportunity to finish well. Amen. Love you. Have a good week.